When did you feel this game getting away from you? At what point?
I mean, I still thought we could win the game right down to the end. I mean, that's the way we always think. But, I mean, I think we had a good start, and I think once they scored the first goal, I think we had a disappointing end of the first period for sure. Last 10 minutes or what it was after they scored their first goal, we had some really bad turnovers or whatnot. And, that's a good hockey team there that's going to capitalize, and they did.
They talked about playing desperate for the last few weeks for them. You didn't have that urgency. You clinched early, didn't play last weekend. For you and Mason, did you feel like maybe that was a difference tonight, that you didn't have that desperation that they had?
Yeah, there's always a little bit of that. And I mean, again, it's just like when you get playing, you want to keep going. I mean, it was good and bad, right? You deserve the weekend off. It was good we didn't have to play last weekend to battle it out on a weekend against a great league. Then again, you turn around and go, obviously we didn't look sharp, so it looked like we had a week off. So, but again, you got to tip your cap to Penn State. They played well, and they did exactly what they needed to do to win.
A couple points of frustration for you with losing Sasha, and then also the disallowed goal. How did you guys work through that, each of those instances?
Yeah, losing Sasha, obviously we only dressed 6D, so that was a big blow to lose our captain, and the penalty kill really stepped up. I think there was only 10 seconds left, so if we could have just got that last little bit killed off, it would have gave us a little boost of energy when you kill a 5 like that, and that was pretty disappointing. And then, yeah, the disallowed goal was obviously another heartbreaker. It was a big-time goal at the end of a period. We would have had a little bit of energy going into the third, but it's part of the game, and it's just the way it goes, and time to move on and get ready for the tournament.
And Coach, were you pleased, or where was your level of satisfaction with the chances that your team did get tonight?
I mean, it's hard for me to say I'm nothing but disappointed right now. I mean, we got a good hockey team in that locker room. We've played some really good hockey this year. We certainly weren't at our best tonight. Something that we and me as a coach and our staff got to make sure we're prepared for 2 weeks from now. Big picture things that we've done enough body of work to make sure we're in a tournament, I believe. The disappointing thing is we had a chance to obviously win another trophy, and that's the biggest disappointment right now.
Mason, what was different this game than the 4 previous times you played Penn State? What was struggling offensively to not get one past Peyton Jones until late in the third?
I mean, they play the same way every single time, and we know that. Like Coach said, I think, we really emphasized on starting off hot those first 5 minutes because we had that week off, and we wanted to shake the rust off, and I thought we did a good job at that, and a couple breakdowns defensively, and it wasn't until really late in the second and the third that we started pushing that offensive pace that we, playing that desperate hockey that we say. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just really disappointing that we couldn't, continue that first period the way we wanted to, and that last goal in the last second or whatever was a heartbreaker.
And then moving forward for either of you, this tough stretch of games to sort of end your season heading into the NCAA tournament, how do you shift momentum back in your favor? How do you just get the gears going again?
There's 16 teams left in the country, and we're one of them. That's the positive, and at that point, all we got to do is get rolling, and to me, over the next 2 weeks, we're going to be nothing but positive, work hard, and prepare, and that's my job, and guy next to me here has been through it, and we got a lot of guys that have, and so, again, if you would have told me in August we had a chance to be in a 16-team tournament to go after a national tournament, we would have taken it every day of the week, and even though it's really disappointing tonight to obviously lose, but, we're still going to play, and that's the positive, I guess.
What went into the decision to start Tommy, and when did you make it?
We made a decision the other day, and again, I think we just basically go on a body of work. We talked a lot about it. I got 3 very good goalies, 2 really good goaltenders, and to me, I mean, he's lost 2 games in his career. His numbers are off the charts. He's played well against Penn State. I don't know if he's been beat by Penn State. So I think at the end of the day, it was actually, as hard as it was to tell Rome's you're not playing, it was really when everything's right in front of you, it was an easy decision to make at that point.
Coach, you may have just answered this saying you want to be positive over these next 2 weeks, but this is for either of you. Do you want to feel this frustration and channel it, or is it important to push it aside and stay positive, as Coach mentioned?
I think a little bit of both. you know, we talked about Penn State being desperate. You know, that's because if they lost tonight, you know, their season was actually over. And as much as I hate to say it, maybe we didn't have that desperation because we kind of knew that we're in the tournament. And now as a senior class, the true desperation is going to come out. You know, our lives are on the line every single game from here on out. So I think we're going to bottle this up that, you know, we had another chance at another ring, and that's past us, and we got one more chance, and that's, you know, desperate hockey in front of us.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you.